You got to take your shot. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. Yeah. Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. It's a lonely, scary, dangerous pursuit, and you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
Are you a superhero to your kid?
Absolutely.
Not when your boss is in the room. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something, the stress, go through all of it, so when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody.
Right, well, that's the
you can just pass it to him. Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. That's priceless. Do you think your son enjoys you calling somebody else a boss? Don't you think your son would rather wake up with you and you could pick him up from school instead of having to do a 9 to 5? Don't you think your son would love if his name was up there? I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. He has equity. He busts his ass so he can pass it on to his son. If that's not what you hustling for, you're selfish. You keep saying I'm worried about my kids. You worried about you. My kids, you enjoy the safety and the security of a job every day. But there's no pride in that to me. But when you do something that's for yourself and your family, it never feels like work. I hustle for my last name. I don't hustle for my first.
Obviously, it's a marathon, and it just stands for endurance. It stands for staying down. It stands for, like, not quitting, accepting the ups and downs of whatever game you commit yourself to, and riding it out, you feel me? Because, you know, that's the reality of, you know, success or greatness, that it come with a roller coaster ride, you know? So I think that anybody could apply the marathon concept to what they do, if it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever. You on a marathon, you know.
I say you got to have tunnel vision. One thing, things might be not going right for you today because you know it's the end of the light. Like, you got to think about 4 months from now. So all your moves, they can't see your moves right away. You know what I'm saying? Just wait for your time to come back around and just keep working. Just keep doing you. Like, stay doing you no matter what, good or bad. It's working.
You might have to eat differently. Like, you might have to change friends. You might have to study sleep, you know, to get from B's to A's. It's like the difference between good and great, it is underestimated by most humans. It's like, if you want to be good, you can be talented and be good. You can wake up and be good. Like, but if you good and you just wake up and be good, you're not gonna beat me. You're never gonna beat me if you're not if you're not doing, you know, 70-hour weeks on your craft, right? And it's like, that is such a hard thing to communicate to people, and it's even more difficult when people are talented. When people get a B easy.
They think they got it.
They think they got it, you know? And it's like, I'm telling you, it's like, it's not easy, but it is really simple to change your life, right? People don't realize that one bad night fucks up 10. You can't get drunk and fucking not work out on Saturday. You can't, you mess up 10 days. Like, somebody else is getting past you in that time. It's like the level of sharpness and discipline that it takes to get to the heights that you dream of is really simple. It's just not easy.
Until you've tried and failed, don't say you can't. I don't ever want to hear it unless you tried it. But 9 times out of 10, the things you think you can't do, they've just scared you into thinking you can't do it, so you won't. But it's so easy just to be fearless and not be scared to not win. But not to do it is the loss. To do it and not do it right is a learning experience if you could do it again. Just get to it. But never make a reason not to do it.
A marathon is just about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight, and just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. Laying a brick every day instead of trying to build a brick wall. Just lay a brick every day. Eventually you look up, you're gonna have a brick wall.
It doesn't cost $1 to dream, and in my dream, everything's perfect. So I don't think about the reasons why or how tired I'm gonna be. I'm inspired by what I do, so I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm gonna make sure I do everything and be a parent every day, all day. I've been able to do it. People traditionally would say I was crazy.
Right.
They all did. And unless you have a dream that people think are crazy, then your dream is whack.
Right.
I dream big, bro. You can always make things happen, and you should never think about the reasons why you can't. You only think about the reasons why you can. I don't visualize the can't.
I feel like you got to embrace your position, you know what I mean, and not shy away from it. You a leader, people following you. So you gotta lead people to the lake and to success, because people gonna follow you regardless, whether you embrace it or not.